Good morning. We are back at SeaWorld because this is all we keep coming to do. But we're doing the inside look event, so we're going to be showing you all the tours. So right now we're heading to our 12:45 dolphin. Well, it's not dolphin. It's the marine mammal tour. Okay, so we just got behind the scenes.
I definitely have been trying to make fun stories.
Yep.
We're heading into the fish house. So right now we're at the dolphin encounter area. We went into the fish house, but I couldn't record or anything or take pictures. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the dolphins. I couldn't record or take pictures because it was a behind the scenes area, but it was super cool. We saw their like calendar of how much fish they made in a day. Today was like 1,164 or 62, and each you can definitely hear the dolphins, but each like section of SeaWorld, like there's a agricultural part, there's the agricultural part's the birds and stuff. There's a mammal part. Manatees have their own like sink thing, so because they need the lettuce, so that can't be cross-contaminated with all of the fish. So I thought that was really interesting. It was super clean, everything was super spread out, and it was really cool. So now we're waiting to see what's gonna happen. I'm kind of confused about the tours, but we're figuring it out. But right now we're waiting, I guess, to go meet some dolphins. Oh, it's upside down.
Here we're looking at somewhere between our smallest, which is Spark. He's only 2 years old. He's got plenty to grow. He's getting about 10 pounds of fish a day. To our largest Griff, she's at around 20 pounds. Yeah. It's all based. Everything is factored into. So then, what we'll do in the morning is we'll separate it out into those 5 canisters.
I got a question.
That's another great question. So what we're doing as trainers in order to identify them is we're looking at the shapes of their faces and their bodies, their coloration, whether they're lighter, darker, more yellow, pink, white, or gray, and unique features and markings on each individual. So how does their melanin look? Marbling on their melanin look.
You get them to make a certain sound and then put a behavior to
So when you're learning how to train vocalizations, a lot of time the dolphins make the vocalizations on their own first.
Okay.
So what this is called a bridge. So have you ever had a dog at home that you've maybe clicker trained at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is similar to a clicker. Whether you're clicker training your dog, whether you're telling your dog good job, whatever it is that you do to tell your dog that they did the correct behavior before you can reinforce them with their treat, is the same thing as this. So what this does is this pinpoints the exact moment that that animal did the correct behavior. So what I'll do is when it's a naive animal, we'll start by just pairing the sound of this whistle with reinforcement. So every time they hear this, they know, oh, I'm getting fed. I'm getting fed. Once they understand that concept, if they make a vocalization that is new, that I want them to be able to learn whenever I ask, they're going to make that vocalization on their own, and then we will bridge it, reinforce it, and hopefully the more they offer it, then we can start putting it onto the hands. All right.
So we met a dolphin named Haley. We'll share lots of pictures because it was fun. What did you get to do?
And the dolphin felt like wet rubber.
We got to pet the dolphin, and then we did little tricky tricks with it.
And then he said,
Best dolphin sound maker right here. Right now, we're gonna go do the Inside SeaWorld Rescue Center tour.
see some rescued sea turtles.
Yeah. So, well, I don't think I'm gonna be able to record in this one either. So I'm just gonna explain after. We took a little break and got some snacky things. Snackies. Okay, so we just got out of the Rescue Center tour. I didn't want to record any of it because I kind of wanted to embrace it, and I wasn't sure if I could record in it. But we saw a boat, we saw a hook, a crane, a crane that
Lifts the heavy.
lifts the heavy animals. The boat's name was Charlotte.
Fun
and-
fact, the boat's motors are in the front so they don't hurt the animals.
They are. Then we saw their like animal nursery kind of thing where they keep all the animals when they first get it. We also learned that they have to ask the Florida Wildlife Association if they can release certain animals back into the thing. And then we saw their animal hospital, got a little looky in there. It was really cool. It was a nice little room. Well, we only saw one room. And yeah, we learned their leopard sharks gave birth to 22 eggs. And they said usually like none of the leopard shark eggs hatched, but all 22 did. So all the tanks that are in the nursery part all are full of leopard sharks. So right now we're doing the Pacific Point tour. Now we're just kind of chilling here watching the sea lions. Oh my god.
Has, right drive to do so. So they go through pretty much a little test to come back here. And all of these have passed it, so they're now learning the communication.
So we just got out of the Pacific Point Reserve tour and it was super cool. We went on our tour when they were just getting ready for a show, so all the people were running around everywhere. Something I learned is that sea lions go blind like really easily, and that's why they only live 8 to 10 years in the wild. We're about to go to the orca part of it because we got tickets for the mammal one and the hold on. We keep looking for these jackets everywhere, but they don't. But now we're gonna go probably head to the orca tour, so we'll see you there.
To 12,000 pounds. So we expect our boys to be somewhere in that neighborhood when they're fully grown. And then he's just over 18 feet long. And then we have Trua, who's our largest whale. Like I said, he's 17. He's just under 8,000 pounds right now. He's almost 23 feet long. And he's continuing to grow as well. So those are our two boys. Our girls range from 5,200 to 5,800 pounds. Katina being the largest, Nolani being the smallest, and Leah being right in the middle. So it's a little bit about our pod here. So right now, if you guys are over in the middle here, you'll actually be able to see how we clean our whales' teeth. So you see they kind of have the jugs with the blue thing. So we actually go in with sort of like a water pick and clean the whale's teeth twice a day. Tooth decay is a leading cause of death amongst wild killer whales, especially killer whales with the sharks and stuff. That's not what you're trying to teach them. Like we have whales that learn what we call high energy behaviors, like those big jumps and stuff. They learn those very quickly. But then we have other whales like husbandry behaviors. They learn those very quickly but struggle with the high energy behaviors. So it just kind of depends on each individual whale. Also, a lot depends on the trainer. Typically, our newer trainers take longer to train behaviors because, if you haven't trained a behavior with a killer whale before, it can be intimidating, right? So usually you're going to take slower steps, but after you train a lot of behaviors, specifically with individual animals, you're able to kind of more easily tell if they're getting it or not. You can push them a little bit faster.
Once they train, can any trainer have them do what they are trained to do?
Yes, yeah. So not any trainer, but typically we work with 3 of the whales. Us who have been around, we're getting more of a senior level. So we work with different whales, and if they know a behavior, we're able to ask for it. If their behavior's kind of slipping or they're not doing it super well, we'll bring it back to the people who trained it. We'll kind of work it back up to where it's at a good spot again, and then we'll open it back up for us. That's Kyle right there. He's checking you guys out. He's been living in the limelight all day today, having his adoring fans. He's our resident superstar, so he really just has a good attitude pretty much all the time. Some of our whales, like Trua being a 17-year-old, he gets very distracted by the girls. Sometimes just happen to kind of girl in. You'll see him sometimes, like if we have to cancel the show, sometimes he'll just be sitting at the gate staring at the girls. He's like, they're so beautiful. But Pakayo is still kind of a little bit younger. He just sees your guys a good attitude. He'll be like, yeah, he's doing his thing over there. I'll carry the team over. Here right now. So this is a big part of their diet. So over half of their diet is usually capelin because it's very high in water content, right? So they get all that hydration from their fish. So they get capelin. They get another type of fish called herring that's usually about 9 to 12 inches long and has a much higher caloric value. And it is like kind of the meat and potatoes of their diet. And they also get a whole salmon every day. Wow. So As the boys get larger, they'll probably, when they pop out, they'll be getting between probably about 160 to 200.
200 pounds of food a day.
Yeah, it's a lot of fish, yeah.
How do you collect their urine sample?
Yeah, so how do we do a urine sample? Great question. So we ask them for a side slide out, so they'll slide out with their pectoral flipper in the air, and then we put a cup right there and they pee in it.
What?
Yeah. No, that's serious. Yeah. Alright, if you guys have more questions, we're going to start walking out towards the gate there, but thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
You guys can follow me on this.
So we just got out of the orca one and it was super cool. Every time they like made a little sound, I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, we're gonna go see our little beluga whale friends at the Wild Arctic one. So.
Just a little bit about well, no, I'll just talk about enrichment. That's fine. So we had a specific question about the green thing on the beluga, so we'll talk about that. Enrichment is anything that we can do with the whales that's going to mix up their day so that it's not always the same, to stimulate them mentally, to improve their welfare. The green thing is in there somewhere, and it's just heavy duty felt. And that sort of simulates like kelp or seaweed, which you would see wild belugas dragging around with each other. They'd either drag around there. That's similar to what wild belugas would do. So that kind of encourages him to do natural beluga behavior. Different toys are going to be, serve different purposes. So another thing that the felt encourages is, so like I said, different toys have kind of different purposes. There is a yellow cylinder that they really, really love that sort of encourages cooperative play between the two of them. We didn't know that going into it. We didn't know they were going to like it so much, but they make noises when they have that thing in there that you'd never hear them make otherwise. They really love this yellow cylinder thing, and they play with it together, so it can serve sort of a positive social interaction between the two of them as they're playing together. So you're also going to see some seals in here. We've got 3 seals that live with our 2 belugas. Their names are Bumstead, Sturby, and Kirby. They, I would say, are among the beluga's favorite toys. So if you can kind of think of the seals as cats and the belugas as ornery puppies, that's kind of the relationship that they have. The seals can get away from the whales very easily. They just have to haul out on deck, and often they don't. Often they're like, okay, here we go. And then we've got his son Jasper in the water. We used to have a first seal right there.
So if you didn't, oh my god, sliding now. Oh.
Hi, the little chicken.
To change the sound that comes out of their blowhole, and their brain is kind of somewhere back here by the eyeball. So this whole thing, a lot of people expect to be the brain, but the brain is not there, it's further back. Narwhals, we do not have them at SeaWorld. We have never had them at SeaWorld, despite the fact that many guests have tried to convince me that they saw a narwhal at SeaWorld. You didn't. We've never had them. As far as I know, there's only been 1 narwhal ever in a zoo, and it was at the New York Aquarium in the 1960s. That's the only record I can find, so that may or may not.
We got out of the Wild Arctic thing. I absolutely love the seals. I love seeing beluga whales again. And now we're doing the Manta Aquarium. We're climbing stairs.
And it smells.
It smells like fish.
Welcome to the Manta Aquarium. I am the aquarist here at the Manta Aquarium. My main job is to take care of water chemistry and the food for all the animals you see here. We call it the Manta Aquarium because we are below the Manta roller coaster. But oddly enough, we actually don't have manta rays in here just because of their sheer size. Manta rays are one of the largest animals in the ocean. They're the largest species of ray. They would be I don't have like a specific way of like saying it.
So we just got out of the Manta tour. I think that was our last for the day. It was super cool. There's a baby hammerhead shark with them. It's the cutest thing ever. But we didn't get to do shark encounter, but that's okay. We got everything else. I was super excited to do the dolphin and orca one. And yeah, that's the video.
Have a great day. Bye.